show. This is episode 972, and I've done everything in my power to try to warm up already this morning. I've been doing jumping jacks, running in place, anything I can think of, and I don't know if I'm going to make it 30 minutes because it's way colder than I thought it was going to be out here. I realize it's not cold in the grand scheme of things with other places, but for me, I'm freezing this morning. So yesterday, after the tornado warnings, we actually did have 2 tornadoes touch down, one on Fort Myers Beach and one in Estero, which is just north of me. And then we had power outages throughout the day, storms all day, and then a cold snap came through. And I think it went down to the 50s last night, and it's 60 back home this morning, but it feels way colder and more damp and just cold and windy here. Anyway, I'm here. Hi Joe, hi Grace, hi Judy, hi Steffi, hi Thea, Nora Sue. Good morning everybody. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. Hi Marla and Jackie. Hope everybody's doing great. Hi Judy. Yeah, I guess I could put my hood up. That will help. Yeah, I realize it's in the grand scheme of things. A lot of people are saying they would love to be in 60 degrees, but at the same time, you wouldn't love to sit in wet sand on the ground in windy, very damp 60 degrees. So it's all relative to what you're doing. Obviously, being in the house, being in a warm car is different. Exercising outside is different, but sitting in wet sand in front of the water with wind is a little harder. But I'm not complaining. I'm happy to be here. Happy to see all of you are here joining me. If you are new to the show, we go live 5 days a week, regardless of weather. Monday evening, I do a sunset podcast here at the beach. And then Tuesday through Friday, I go live for 30 minutes at 9 a.m. in the morning, and my time, Eastern time. And it's either here at the beach or in my studio or on my lanai, depending on weather. But as long as we get connection from YouTube, we go live. And today's the 972nd episode, which is so exciting, which means we're only 28 episodes away from 1,000. And if you haven't had a chance yet to share what the show has meant to you, please feel welcome to join the invitation blog post to share your story. I will be reading them all live on the air on the 1000th episode. It's going to be an amazing day and a really special way that I can share it all with you and share everybody's collective enjoyment of the show with everyone else. We're all going to need Kleenex. It's going to be amazing. Judy's just shared a link to it. So if you haven't shared your story yet and you do want to be a part of the 1000th episode, please feel welcome to share your story there. And if you don't want to, that's fine. Just come and join us and hear everybody else's stories. There is no pressure here, never ever pressure. Let's see, what else? Free yarn promotion this week. If you haven't had a chance to place an order this week, as long as you order something physical that needs to be shipped, so this doesn't apply to digital sales, I'm going to throw in a free ball of Be So Luxe yarn for you to try. It's really a treat. No coupon code needed. It's just me promising to you that you're going to get a free ball of yarn with every order. No exceptions. And some people have taken advantage of it. I know a lot of people are busy with the holidays, but if you want a gift from me, you will need to place an order, any order between now and Sunday, and I will pop in a ball of Be So Luxe yarn for you to try. If you don't know what Be So Luxe yarn is, it's my number 2 sport weight, 70% bamboo, 30% cotton yarn. It is yummy, it is gorgeous, it makes amazing garments. Yes, I'm wearing my Elsa hoodie vest, and it is so darn cute. I made it in Be So Easy yarn, my number 5 bulky weight yarn in color lavender. And it is a really simple tunic in a really pretty and simple stitch pattern. It's working 3 double crochets into the center double crochet of the row below. And I'll stand up. I'm going to have to stand in the wet sand to show you so you can see how cute it is on. Like, because I did it in the lavender color, I love wearing this with a long sleeve white top and jeans, but depending on what color you make it in or how you want to style it, it would look good under any outfit underneath. If you wanted to add sleeves, you could, but I think it looks super cute as a layering piece that you wear over long sleeves. The hood is shaped, so it does not come to a sharp point in the back. Did I back up enough that you can see it? I don't think so. See, I'll have to bend down. It's a big hood, which I wanted because I didn't want it to be tight. I like something that doesn't necessarily mess up your hair too much, and I just thought it was extra cozy, especially if you wanted to wear a hat underneath it. You've got plenty of room now to wear a hat underneath there if you need it to as well. It is wonderful. I love this piece, and I was so excited that the weather turned cool today that I could wear it. Thank you, Helen. I love, love, love it. I think it's not only comfy and cozy, but it's cute too. You can't always say that about bulky garments, that they can be cute and comfortable at the same time, so that's definitely a win-win. It's called the Elsa, and you can find it on my website. When did I make it? Recently. I don't know when it came out. It came out probably in September, October, sometime in that range. It's new. Doesn't really matter. If it's new to you, it's new. Hi, Lily. Good morning. Hi, Val. Happy Wednesday, everybody. So glad you could join me. If you have any questions for me, let me know. If you want to share what you've been working on, let us know. I thought I would like to talk about you know, every time holidays come around, I do like to mention and give a shout out to anybody who's feeling extra stress or pressure at the holidays, whether it's the stress and pressure of feeling like you have to spend more money than you can afford on presents, or having additional family drama going on. It's not always all, you know, sugar, rainbows, and unicorns for everybody, and I just wanted to give a heartfelt shout out to anybody who's feeling a little extra stress this time of year. I know what you're going through, you know, that's life. So anyway, shout out to anybody that's going through some extra stress. I got criticized the other day for having a lack of Christmas presents under my tree. Somebody close to me, I'm not going to say who, said that they were disappointed that the presents looked really puny under the tree and that I didn't have enough presents under the tree. First of all, I mean, I have a small family, but still, it was something that hurt very much. And of course, what happens when someone close to you hurts your feelings, especially at the holidays? You panic, right? I'm not telling you this story for you to feel sorry for me. There isn't there's always a happy ending when I tell stuff like this, but I was really worried that I didn't have enough presents for everybody, and I really didn't think that I could spend more money than I've already budgeted what I thought I could afford for Christmas. And so what did I do? I panicked about making last minute gifts. And I know some of you know this. When you start panicking to make something, the chances of your project turning out, I feel the percentage goes down with the more pressure you put on yourself to make something last minute. And so I was worried that I didn't have enough presents all my presents are under the tree, Judy. That's the problem. This person's thought that I didn't do enough for Christmas. And so anyway, I panicked and thought I didn't have enough presents for Jess under my tree. And so I decided I've got to make her a stuffed animal ASAP. So I just panicked to start making her a hedgehog. And so I made the body, and I did it in Be So Easy yarn because I thought it would be nice and big and squishy, and then it would go quicker. You know, these are the things you do when you start panicking about time, right? You got to get the most bang for your buck. So I rushed to make the body, didn't really like the shape, but I kept going. And so then I started to make a fur casing to go over the body for the fur, because I was making a hedgehog. So I was making a loop stitch in the round, and it was turning out horribly. And I was about halfway through it, and I just said to myself, oh my gosh, what are you doing? Like, seriously, what are you doing? So I put it aside and told myself, you've got to stop this. You have to stop this. Just because one person doesn't like what you did doesn't mean that the people that you bought the gifts for aren't going to like the thoughtfulness. Remember, I bought Jess that bracelet that will allow her to track an elephant in Africa, and I bought Marlon the bracelet that'll allow him to track a shark in the ocean. And so I did a couple other little things like that, and anyway, just wanted to say that these are the things that we all go through, not just you, and you're not alone. And it's really important to step back, and thank God I stepped back at some point and said, let this go. You don't need to do this right now. And the burden left, and I am no longer thinking about what that person said about under my tree. And I'm feeling a lot better, feeling even better. It's the thought of those bracelets that counts. Marlon and Jess are extreme animal lovers like me, and I think they're going to actually flip out and love them very much. So at this point, I know that a lot of you might be feeling the same way, and so where are we now? And if you don't celebrate Christmas, that's okay too. We all get pressure to do things. Let's say you're going to a housewarming party at some point. Let's say you've got a birthday for a coworker and you're like, oh my God, what do I buy someone that I don't know this person very well? There's lots of reasons to panic at the last minute. There's a lot of reasons to panic at the last minute when you don't know what to do for a gift. So if you are celebrating Christmas, it's now Wednesday. Christmas Eve is Friday. You're running out of time for some things. You're not making anybody a sweater at this point. You're not making an Afghan at this point. You're not even shopping yarn and patterns at this point for Christmas. You're down to quick stuff. You're down to stash busters, quick projects, and food gifts. And so I thought that it would be a great idea to bring out some of my books that you may already own and refresh yourself about some of the really fun last-minute food gifts that are in, and last-minute small gifts that are in here. Some of these items you could make with stash that you have at home, and some of these you could make with things in your pantry, or maybe pop out to the grocery store one last time. So I thought we'd go over some of those this morning. And my aunt gave me the other day my great-grandmother's Norwegian finger cookie recipe, and I am going to make them later today, and when I do, I'm going to take a photo of them and share it as a recipe on my website. Maybe I'll do a quick video for it too, but one way or the other, I will be sharing the recipe with you. It is super simple, probably items you already have in your pantry now, so if it's something that interests you, I will be sharing my family's recipe. But then I have a whole chapter on food recipes in 80 Handmade Gifts too. So like I said, it's last minute now. If you already have the book, I can remind you what's in your the book you already have. If not, you can absolutely still download the ebook version of this immediately, like right now, and you'd still have all the recipes that I'm going to show you. And just as a quick recap, there's several chapters in here. There's a food chapter, a crochet chapter, a knit chapter, a paper craft chapter, a sewing chapter. Any of these have small projects in it, all stuff that you could make like in a day or two, stuff that you could make last minute. So I just wanted to go over some of them that you may have tried before and love, and you could give your testimony to anybody else watching right now. Or you might be reminded that, oh yeah, I'd love to make that for this person or that person or myself this week. So we've got chai spiced granola, and then the chai spice mix if you just want to give it to somebody that likes to make the tea themselves or likes to use it on different things, like on spiced nuts. There's a spiced nuts recipe in here that's healthy. It doesn't have butter. I use egg whites instead of butter in this one. Then we have baklava inspired no-bake energy balls for someone that's, if you're looking for like a healthy recipe for like, they're only 150 calories a piece, and they're vegan. They might be something that interests someone on your list that's super healthy. Or if somebody has a sweet tooth, my toffee recipe is out of this world. I know some of you have made it. It's amazing, and if it's something that interests you, you could make that for gifts. I used to have people ask for this. Are you going to make that for gifts again this year? When we used to know a lot of people through tennis. Then I have a simple syrup collection here with lots of great ideas. My favorites were always lavender, rose, and what was the other one that I loved? Oh, ginger was so good, but there's a banana one, a blueberry, rose, lemon, orange, and you could change that up too. Garlic infused oil. Oh my gosh, this is so good. Flavored vinegars. Didn't I do raspberry on this one? I think I made raspberry vinegar. So good. So easy too. Then this is a one batter made with 3 different flavorings and then made in 3 different sizes. So you could mix and match the lemon blueberry, the lime raspberry, or the orange cardamom into a loaf, mini muffins or mini loaves. You could do any of them. So these are all mix and matchable and so yummy, so good. And then I also combined the crochet edging on a bandana for the gift, like the gift basket to do around there. That's really nice too. Quick pickles, stuff that you could do in one day. If you have mason jars at home, you could already do this right now. Otherwise, you could pick them up really quickly. My Moroccan pickled carrots recipe I learned when I lived in Israel. That is so, so, so good. I just crave it sometimes. So nice. And there's Asian pickled green beans and sweet pickled relish. All super yummy. My truffle recipe. Super easy and definitely looks fancy. A cheese log recipe in here. Cheese crackers, like homemade Cheez-Its that are 10 times better than store-bought Cheez-Its. They're so good. And then for a healthier type of a cracker, there's a quinoa cracker here that's super healthy and still crispy. Probiotic cream cheese that's made out of cashews instead of dairy, so that's vegan. Then a cocoa mix with 3 different flavor profiles. So one of them is butterscotch, one is peppermint, and then I think the other one has some ground cinnamon and cayenne. Really nice, so that's all ready to go. Someone can just put that in hot water. Flavored sugars. This would even be fun to do with children, to make the flavored sugars and then maybe sprinkle them on sugar cookies for Santa or something like that. That would be a fun craft to do with kids too. Then there's a peach chutney recipe in here. So as you can see, there's a lot of different types of food for gift ideas in here. Some of them you could use with containers you have at home or pop out to the store for some containers. Almost all of them are simple ingredients, nothing too fancy in there. So things that you could do last minute today for a food gift. And then even through the crochet and knit projects, it's all small things that you could whip up with some stash yarn, like beautiful bags. And maybe you even just want to make a bag to use as the gift bag for something that you've already made or already bought for somebody. You can combine handmade with store-bought too. So any of these bags would be a great gift bag. Or to take bandanas and do a crochet edging or a knit edging like you saw around the loaves of bread. Then some quick earrings, quick necklaces. You've seen me wear my Kelly earrings a bunch of times. There's washcloth patterns and simple cowls, trivets. I made these for gifts before, taking little vases and doing a crochet cover and putting a little flameless candle inside. These make adorable. Gifts. Aren't they sweet? I've done them in different sizes. I've done them with there's several stitch patterns in here. I think there's 3 or 4 stitch patterns. And then it is your hardback book. Yes, this isn't a new book, Marla. The book is available. The paperback's available on Amazon all over the world. It's available on my website, and you can download the ebook immediately on my website too. Then there's more jewelry in here. There's a bracelet. This is a bracelet. And then there's some necklaces, all stuff that you could make super quick. I see some people are saying which ones they've made. There's my Kelly earrings. You know how much I love those. I've made them in so many different colors now. Oh, and talk about a combination of food gift and crochet or knit. I have a crochet version and a knit version in here of jar toppers. So it's a 3-dimensional flower on top. it is both a paperback book and an ebook. You can get this either way. This is the paperback version. It's also available as a digital book. You can order it right now if you don't want to wait for the paperback. And then, and there's some more earrings, and then there's a knit, and then there's a whole knit chapter too. And so there are earrings and quick necklaces and quick scarves and bags, all sorts, and baskets. Judy's adding links to all of these different ways you can download the book as well. So then after the knit section, then there's a paper craft section that shows you different ways to embellish cards or make different gift boxes out of paper. So there's a couple different ways to make cards. Then you can make a little box out of construction paper or like cardstock. And then I show you how to make a woven basket out of paper grocery bags. And then this little cutie is an origami box. And there's a video for this on my YouTube channel. And then there's also written instructions as well as a really handy schematic right here that shows you in color how to do all of those different folds. It's a lot easier than it looks. And here's another paper box. And then there's a whole section on sewing patterns. So here's a really cute fabric box made out of bandanas and an apron. And sewing is so much quicker than knitting and crochet. A lot of these are just like a one-day project. There's drawstring bags with a flat bottom, a jelly roll case where you could add makeup brushes or coloring pencils or pens or markers or crochet hooks or double-pointed knitting needles. How to make stitch markers. An eye pillow, I've made that for gifts many times. I know people that still thank me years later because they still love their eye pillows so much. Then I have a tote bag that's reversible in here. All sorts of things. If you know someone that travels, there's a cord keeper roll in here. So as you can see, there's a lot of gifting resources in this book. And then if you're more inclined to just want to look at last minute crochet gifts, I have a whole book on last minute gifts that are just crochet. So in this book there's a ton of other ideas, and you can browse through these on my website. Like there's shawls in here, there's hooded scarves, there's Mobius, cowls, jewelry, all kinds of jewelry, beautiful bracelets, headbands, hats. You know what other book I didn't bring with me this morning that would have also, I'm wearing the Elsa hooded tunic this morning. This is the Elsa hooded tunic. Judy's been sharing links about everything I'm talking about today, and as soon as the show's over, there will be links to everything I talked about in the show notes in the video description as well. You're welcome. I'm happy to help. For those of you that may not have been here in the beginning, I'll stand up so you can see all the beautiful features of this top. This is a super simple pattern too, so don't feel intimidated by the size. It's a super simple stitch pattern. This is the front, and here's the back. And the hood has some shaping in the top so it doesn't come to a point. I like a big hood, and I like a hood that has some shaping in it, and this one fits the bill so that when you take it down, it still looks super cute in the back, and it gives you some volume, so it's kind of like wearing a little bit of a cowl. Also, because it's a little on the bigger side, you have room. If you have big hair, you have room for a messy bun or a ponytail. You also have room to put a hat on underneath here, which is what I wanted to remind you. One book that I didn't bring with me this morning that would be a great candidate for last minute gift still is the 24 Crochet Hats book. 24 hat patterns in there, all size, so whether you want to make them for babies, kids, women, or men, they're size too. So lots of options there. Again, if you need some last minute gift ideas right now, you can download the digital copies of any of these books. You can download the individual patterns of most of these books, or if you already have these books, this is a great reminder to go pick that book up off your shelf that you already have and use it again. Like, when I release a book, it's not for you to like it for one day, it's for you to like it for the rest of your life. I hope that my books end up being reference books where you can use them again and again. Yes, that's a great question, Marilee. If you buy any of these books right now, the free yarn promotion will apply if you buy the physical. The thing about the free yarn giveaway is it's for physical product. If you're ordering things online, there's no package for me to throw in the extra ball. You have to order something that requires shipping for me to give you the free ball promotion. I hope that makes sense. And if it doesn't, you're welcome to email and ask more questions. Been trying to be as careful with my words as possible all week and describe it properly. If you still have questions though, that's okay. Trying to help everybody. Does anybody have any other questions right now? Yeah, as long as you place a physical order between now and Sunday, you will get a free ball of Biso Luxe yarn. Great, great. I'm glad you get it. Does anybody else have any questions? I've got to show you the beach too. We've got a very low tide. Look at how big the beach is today. Isn't that huge? The water's so stormy. Hi. I'm in the way. Any more questions? Whew. Will there be a tutorial for the vest? Well, there's a pattern with charts for the vest. Are you talking about a video tutorial? Because you can absolutely make this right now. There's a pattern with multiple sizes and multiple sizes and charts for this right now. If you're looking for a video tutorial, I don't believe one has come out yet. I could be wrong, but I believe it's on my list of video tutorials to come. But it is super easy. I do not think a video tutorial is required to make this. It's worked flat in two pieces, front and back, joined at the sides, and the hood's picked up from there. It's very simple. Does anybody have any other questions? I don't know. I don't have an answer for that right now, Nora. The problem is too many people complained about 650-yard balls and hanks in Biso fine yarn, so it is much easier. I feel like doing it in the 250-yard format it gives me less customer service issues because it's just easier that way. And oh, we can add photos to the forum now. That's wonderful. I was not aware of that. All right, what was I saying? I don't know what I was saying now. Anyway, yeah, so you can still get as much Biso fine yarn as you want. It's available in 215-yard balls instead of 650-yard balls. Too many people didn't understand about very thin yarn in large balls or had issues with it in large formats, so doing it in a smaller format has less tangling, less knots, and less complaints. So it's much easier for me this way. And you know, as a business, you just need to find things that work for the most people, keep the most people happy. And so it makes people a lot happier in the smaller format, especially people that want to do color work. I would get requests all the time. I really just want a little bit of this. I want this. You know, you have to. You know, I realize I can't please everybody 100% of the time, but I can evolve evolve with my offerings to make things make more sense for most people. And so doing it in the smaller ball format allowed people to have way more options for color work, and it makes a much smaller, manageable ball for the people that don't understand center pull with a small, thin yarn. Anyway, just doing the best I can. I have so many options now, whether it's with hank yarn or balls, yarn that already comes in balls. I have yarns that come in lots of colors, yarns that come in limited edition colors. Like, I have a little bit of everything for everybody, but obviously every product can't fit all of those needs. So I'm just doing the best I can to try to keep things as pleasant as possible for most people. I understand that, Sherry, but you can still get 650 yards. You can still get 10,000 yards if you want. You can get as many yards as you want. Okay, thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. I hope you enjoyed the beach, chatting with me and everyone else, and all our little reminders and discoveries in my gift books. I hope you enjoyed talking about my garment today as well. If you enjoyed chatting with everybody here and would like to keep the party going, head on over to the KO Community Forums on my website where you can chat. It's 100% private, and now you can even add photos. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next episode of the Kristin Omdahl Show. Bye-bye.